Okay, welcome back to another episode. So, sorry about the noise upstairs. It's just, family's bit being rambunctious. So, like my younger brother and my oldest nephew. But anyways, let me address these rumors. And yes, I am downstairs in my dad's basement. Anyways, so, these rumors about Captain Marvel and Wolverine and Henry Cavill being cast as Wolverine. Now, yes, I like Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is a good actor, kind of a good Superman, but he is not, to me, he hasn't earned the right to be considered Wolverine. Because being Wolverine takes a lot of knowing the character, honoring the character in any shape and form. Because what made Hugh Jackman so great as in the role, because he's one of the best Wolverines I grew up with. Now, let me take you back like 4, 5, 6 years ago, when he was being interviewed for multiple movies such as X-Men, Days of Future Past, X-Men, I believe First Class, I believe he was interviewed for that, or because he was a part of that movie, just a small cameo. Logan, the Wolverine, X-Men Origins, the Wolverine. He was asked so many times when the MCU was in its baby phase. When the MCU was blowing up with likes of Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, all the Guardians of the Galaxy. People were asking him, do you think Wolverine will be a part of the MCU? And he has specifically said 4, 5, maybe 6 years ago that he would love to be Wolverine as long as he can. He would love to be Wolverine in the MCU. He would love Wolverine to be in the MCU, interacting with the likes of the Avengers, Hulk, Thor, and so on and so forth. But he, at that time, he didn't see it possible because Fox and Disney had their little problems. Because, one, they had Fox, as we all know, Fox had the rights to Fantastic Four, the X-Men, Deadpool, Wolverine, all those good, lovable characters that we, us comic book loving nerds, love. And the comics were still going strong and hard. Now, and I mean it very, very strongly. I strongly can honestly say.
Only.
Hey, watch out, Jaden. I can honestly, strongly say now that is possible because, and I cannot stress this enough, because Days of Future Past takes place in the same exact year Endgame takes place in the year 2023.
2023.
And we are not that far off in the timeline in real life, because we just hit 2020, and we still need to see what happened in that 5-year time gap between 2018 and 2023, even though the X-Men timeline has been confusing ever since the horrible disaster that was the first X-Men 3 Last Stand. Even though it is one of my favorite movies, and I love that movie, even though it tanked in the box office. Didn't really tank in the box office, but it did good enough. I love that. I love it. Even though X-Men trilogy, the third installments of any X-Men trilogy, was critically panned and hated by like fans, and I know you're making a face, Travis. I know it. I can see it from the corner of my eye. And critics alike. But one of the best movies that I love is Logan. And if Kevin Feige, because let's face it, Kevin Feige has not failed us yet. If Kevin Feige wants, and probably most likely will, don't know if this is probably gonna be 100% true, but if he gets Hugh Jackman back, we could see one of the best comic book adaptations put into film. And with the multiverse blowing up, and we are exploring the multiverse, the MCU's multiverse, we could possibly, and most likely would get Wolverine versus Hulk.
Oh, I gotta pee so bad.
Part 1. Part 2, maybe. If they do it, if they expand the timeline, set Wolverine versus Hulk in the year 2024.
And then, wait, I'm being for real.
And if they put that movie, if they set that, like, if they set Wolverine versus Hulk in the year 2024,
can I chime in?
They could make it, they could honestly, and I mean honestly, lead up to
Stop.
the year he dies in the year 2029.
Can I chime in about that though?
Sure.
Okay. What I think though,
my younger brother is gonna share his thoughts about this, the rumors and whatnot, but I kind of want to see what he says, so
obviously nobody's gonna take place of him anyways.
And anyways,
he's already dead.
Otherwise,
So if
he
they
does.
even were to take place of him,
Otherwise,
they wouldn't do a good job, and he would get
And
cut right away.
otherwise, some
He's
playgrounds
been doing it for
because
9 years
they
about.
die.
So
And my friend
I don't think
Aiden
anybody's gonna
died.
take place for him?
Because Aiden died.
Endgame. He was in Endgame, wasn't he? No, I didn't
Aiden was
watch it.
and Aiden was dead.
All I see is the memes. But
You mean Aiden was dead?
if anything, they're gonna cut him again, and this time they're not gonna kill him. They might not kill him, but they might
I will
just put him off to the
somebody
side for good.
because
Like,
I'm not
Okay,
in
okay.
the
Clearly
town.
you do not know what's going on.
I
in the
know
MCU.
what I'm talking about.
You barely, you even said you haven't seen Endgame, so
Exactly.
therefore you don't even know. Anyways,
And then the Broom Broom comes in like,
clearly my younger brother does not even know
what the hell I'm talking about?
anything about what's going on with the MCU or anything comic book, movie, or TV show related. But even though clearly Hugh Jackman has been playing Wolverine for almost a decade, or 2 decades, my bad.
He's been playing it for 9 years. Nobody's gonna take place for him.
Technically 17 years. If you count him being casted as Wolverine back in the first X-Men movie in 1999.
Yes, but
That's 17 years.
Nobody's taking place of him for 17 years.
But if they do lead up to his death, which clearly we would all want to see, I'm pretty sure we all want to see, because I am a huge X-Men Wolverine fan. I'm a huge X-Men Wolverine fan, and I believe this would be cool. Get him, or have the years of his death, or his on-screen death, play out, and then just recast Wolverine with Tom Hardy, because Tom Hardy is the closest thing we can get to Wolverine.
Dude, I have a question.
Or the closest thing we could get to Hugh Jackman's version or adaptation of Wolverine.
Hey, dude,
And
I have a question.
hear me out. Hear me out, guys.
Hear him out.
So
So,
after we get
after
the last
the last
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman,
Really? Seriously? Stop.
I'll stop when you answer.
When we get to the last.
Then,
What?
so, do you get anybody that says anything in the chat? Like,
This isn't live.
I know, but do you get anybody that says anything in the chat usually?
What do you mean?
Like, does anybody usually say anything?
You do know this isn't on Facebook,
Yes,
right?
I do realize that, but are
Yes,
you putting
I
it
do.
on? Are you putting
This
it
is
on YouTube?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Well, do you get any like chat?
Yes,
Messages.
I've had messages in the past. Why?
Do you get?
Excuse me.
Do you get at least one on everyone?
No, not everyone.
So, do you at least get a view? Hey!
We,
Oh my God.
we don't play in we don't
He
play in
broke
those.
it!
Jaden, that's gross.
Gobsters.
You want to get sick?
No.
Grab him.
What's going on down there?
He just dumped that water.
What?
Jaden just dumped that water.
What water?
That water.
Come on.
The leaking water. Gobsters.
Anyways, so if they do plan on recasting Hugh Jackman, we could get, we could and possibly see a new actor take up the mantle, and have see what it's like. And hear me out. This might sound crazy, Kevin Feige. I hope you're watching and listening. Even though I'm not that big and, all that good jazz. What about we get Wolverine in hell and he meets Lady Death and he falls in love with Lady Death and he gets those powers that Lady Death gave him back in one of the Wolverine issues.
Wait. What is this?
And he comes up from the grave
I want to see it.
From his grave that X-23
I got bees in my
laid
hair.
him down in.
Dude, there's bees in my hair. Just kidding.
And we get Tom Hardy's version of Wolverine. And then we get Tom Hardy
off not posting this
in
video.
and we get Tom Hardy as Wolverine in hell, and Tom Hardy's version rises up and he's like a brand new Wolverine. Just he has his healing factor back. He has his claws back. Tom Hardy, good choice.
Put a wig in a train dimension.
Henry Cavill he's not there yet.
Put a bullet through his brain. The wig is insane.
He's not there. He's not Wolverine yet. He's still trying to wash the Superman-ness off.
Put a bullet through his brain.
We are not
insane.
really. Can we please be serious here?
I will be serious if you answer me.
I answered you.
Alright, answer me then. Alright, I will leave you alone until you're done filming this video if you play a game with me after.
I will.
Okay, and I'm just telling you it's like an actual moving game, stuff like that.
It's an actual what?
Moving game and stuff like that.
Okay, I don't do moving games, but okay. I'll try. But anyways, sorry, so many interruptions. But yeah, Tom Hardy, very good choice because he was in Mad Max 2 Fury Road, or I believe like I don't know how many Mad Maxes there are, but I do know Mad Max is a Marvel-based property, so that could work. And he is in Venom, which Sony has the rights to. And we know from like the Morbius trailer that it is the Sony world is MCU adjacent, or kind of a part of the MCU. So that's a plus. And Tom Hardy is one of the best choices we could have as a new Wolverine. After we get to see what all the different variations leading up to when we get to see, or how we see Wolverine's final years leading up to his 2029 years. Because it was said back in Logan, all the mutants are dead. It was the place it was in, the year setting was in 2029. Days of Future Past was in 2023. 3 years after that, what happened within those 9 years? Would love to see what happened to Wolverine in those 9 years. So therefore, we have 9 years of Wolverine stories to see in the MCU. 2024 and through 2029. So technically from Days of Future Past, or after the aftermath of Days of Future Past and Endgame colliding. I think it's a good idea, but I don't know. Anything is possible. Hope Hugh Jackman comes back to give us more Wolverine story movies or Wolverine film adaptations, or whatever you guys want to call them. Personally, I think it's a good idea, but I don't know. This is just how I feel. Don't take it too personally. And Henry Cavill could possibly be Captain Britain. Who knows? I mean, Captain Britain could work for Henry Cavill, because he is kind of that, like, he does do that, like, thing. It does kind of fit his personality, his acting style, which is more like Captain Britain-ish. And we also getting Red Guardian, which is like the Russia version of Captain America. So what's not say how what is the reason of Henry Cavill possibly being in his own solo film Captain Britain? Have a Captain Britain solo movie with Henry Cavill, because we all know he's British, and that could fit into his, like, he could film in his hometown and whatnot. Bada bing, bada boom, I guess. I don't know. It's just, I feel like Henry Cavill could possibly, potentially be in, or should be in, his own solo movie that could have him bounce back from his Superman disaster of film. But yeah. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys so far. Please like, share, subscribe, and have a good day. Thanks. Bye.